Hi, it's Vicky here. I don't know about you, but carving some time out through the day is really important right now to just rest, lie down, and move the body very gently, massage the organs, calm the nervous system, to watch the breath flow in and out, and to use the mind in a loving, caring way with what you're doing. So I hope you enjoy this short practice of just that. So a couple of props that you'll need. If you have any yoga blankets, I have a couple of yoga blankets. If you don't have a blanket, you could have a couple of bath towels, and I have some blocks. Doesn't matter, large book or two might be useful. It's good to have two so we can do things for each side. And if you have a yoga strap, great. I actually don't have one in the house. So I have a large scarf here, and that's nice and cheerful. It makes me happy to see butterflies. So this is my yoga strap. Then lie down on the back, and this is where the first blanket might be useful if you need any padding to make sure that your head isn't falling too far back and your throat overly stretched. So that's one reason you might like one of those blankets. I'm not going to use that for myself right now, but you might like that already as you come to lie down. And rest in constructive rest. Constructive rest is exactly what it says it is. You're doing something constructive by apparently not really doing very much at all. And I have the feet underneath the legs at about 90-degree angle. Doesn't have to be perfect. Just let your feet kind of settle and find what feels comfortable so that your legs don't have to do any work to hold you here. You could also wrap the strap or scarf around the legs so that while we're here just for the first few minutes, the legs don't have to fall apart. You don't have to do anything to hold the legs. So that's nice and easy. The legs can just fall into that, and I'm not using my muscles to hold the legs. So let's begin by just noticing the body relax into the space. Feel the muscles of your back melt. Watch the breath move in and the breath move out. It's a rise and fall of the ribs, the belly, and the chest. Feel the weight of the bones sink down into the mat. Notice the rate of the thoughts going on in your mind. Are you able to watch your thoughts? Or do they hang on to you like chewing gum stuck to a shoe? A way to gently rid your thoughts is to imagine them as clouds floating in a clear blue sky. And as each thought comes into your mind, just let it gently go by, let it float by, leaving clear blue sky, clear empty space. With a clear slate, we can begin affirmations. With clarity and purpose, say to yourself, either silently or aloud, I am healthy, I am well. I am healthy, I am well. I am healthy, I am well. My body keeps me in perfect balance. My body keeps me in perfect balance. My body keeps me in perfect balance. My mind is calm and easeful. My mind is calm and easeful. My mind is calm and easeful. Begin to wiggle fingers and toes. Start to move the wrists. Let the hands gently find their way to the strap. If you've bound your legs, put that to one side. And you can bring your legs in towards your chest. Give yourself a few rounds of bellows breath, Uppanasana. Draw the knees in towards you and let all of the breath empty out. As you breathe in, let the legs be pushed away. And breath out. Pressing, easing the breath out. Feeling this rise and fall of the belly. One addition to bellows pose, that bellows breath that you might like to try, is to use the hiss sound on the breath out. So as you draw the knees in towards you and breathe out, make a slide your right leg down toward the floor. Let it slide all the way down. And gently rub across the hip crease. You might softly pat over there, allowing a soft, sweet, easy hip crease. Let the lower back stay settled down. The rib cage nuzzling down into your mat. If you'd like, you can extend a right arm out to the side and perhaps up overhead. If you have blankets behind you and it's uncomfortable for your arm to stay overhead and if it lifts up the rib cage, it's a nice support to have the blanket. Or you can just let the arm fall to the floor. We'll guide our breath all the way down through the right fingertips. Down, feel the fingertips as if you're breathing into the fingers themselves. Guide the breath all the way down the right side of the body, Let it caress down, 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 all the way to the toes. And let the breath out come back out through the toes, the foot, the leg, and all the way up the right side and out through your fingertips. Try it again, as if you're breathing in through the fingertips to the toes. And out from the toes to the fingertips. Softness through the right side of the body. Light. All the way from the fingertips to the toes. A beam of light. Relax the arm back down. Bring the right knee into your chest and slide the left foot to the ground and the leg slide to wherever it will go. Pause and gently rub or tap across the left hip crease. Allow the hip crease to be soft. Left leg, left arm can be by your side. Perhaps reach up and rest upon a blanket, or just rest to the floor. Notice how your rib cage may have lifted, or your back may have lifted. See if you can let it sink down, melt down, down into gravity. And bring your attention to breath down the left side of the body. Breath in through the fingertips. All the way caressing down the left side of the body, down over the ribs, abdomen, the thigh, down to the toes. And then as you breathe out, imagine breathing out from the toes and all the way back up through the leg, the ribs, and out through the fingertips. Try that again as you feel the sensitivity, the energy of your fingertips, taking breath in. And that whole side of the body to the toes. Breathing out all the way back up that channel. See a beam of light all the way down the left side of the body. Warm sunshine. The left arm, come back down and draw the left leg in towards you. Do some small circles with the knees. And you feel your low back shape change as you do that. Let's make some the other direction. And then we can play with the knees, circle the knees in different directions. Does your brain like a little mini challenge of doing that? Change the pattern to the other way. And then we'll slide the feet to the floor. Clear the decks behind you so you have room for your arms to go overhead if you can. We're going to begin with the arms by our sides into a bridge prep pose. Rolling bridge. There are different variations of this one. But follow me and I will lead you into this variation. Feet are underneath the legs. Arms by the sides. Breathe in and let the arms rise over behind you. Breathe out, let the arms come back down. Let's try that again. Breath in, the arms rise. Breath out, let them lower. Be mindful how your ribs are moving as you do this. The arms stay soft. Breath in, let the arms rise. Breath out as the arms lower. Press into your feet and let your hips rise. Slowly let the hips lower and the arms rise overhead. Smooth flow. Let's try this 4 more times. Smooth and easy. Steady sharing of weight through the feet. Let the pelvis come down and then the arms return by your sides. Give yourself a moment to notice your body, your breath. Take your arms out to a T. Let the knees fall to the right as the head turns to the left, gently twisting the body. Let's switch in the other direction. Allow the pace that feels good right now. Gently wringing out the spine, letting blood flow, lubricating joints and discs. Pleasure. Can you feel pleasure in this simple movement? To enjoy the experience so that it becomes an expression of you just being alive. So you might linger and stretch a moment at one point, or be playful and see yourself childlike, or perhaps like nature, like a little leaf blowing in the wind. Easy motion. The next time that your legs are to the right, let them stay there for a moment. Let your left arm slide slightly further up. And reach out the left arm into different directions, sensing the pull all the way down the left side of your body. Perhaps turn your head more to the right. Or then explore what if your head were to look up or around. Feel how that pulls in different parts of your rib cage, the space between your ribs and your pelvis. Perhaps you can feel your breath a little bit more now on this open, spacious left side. How does your breath feel on the shadow right side? Let's come back into neutral. Slide the left hand back so it's just across from the shoulders. And then slide back and forth again. Vary it. Low. It's good to loll about sometimes. And let the legs fall across to the left. Settle in for a moment. Be comfortable with where the feet are and how you feel across the pelvis, across the back of the hips. And let the right arm rise just a little bit more. Notice how that shape changes down the right side, the ribs, down into the pelvis.
Maybe the head wants to look up or around. Free, comfortable neck muscles. Let your arms slide back down, the feet back into neutral. Then we'll roll onto one side. I'm going to start with the right side and take a blanket. This move is really very nice with soft blow-up balls. If you have a gorgeous ball, or Franklin Method has a ball like that you can lie on underneath the ribs. But if you don't, a bath towel or two or blanket is also nice. I'm going to put this underneath the ribs and lie in a side bend with the left arm across and up. And you can choose if the lower leg is bent to support you or is straight. It's up to you. Explore. Try both. And really we're just getting comfortable to allow spaciousness all along the rib cage and to feel breath moving and shape changing. Just letting gravity do the work to open you up and use breath as your tool to make space. Come back to paying attention to your body now. Do you feel the ribs move? The lower part of the lung gets the attention of the breath. Helping to keep immune function healthy and strong. Release the top arm down. Press into your strong hands and come back up. And we'll reverse that to the other side. So along the mid-range of your rib cage, let that settle down. You're lying down on your arm with the right arm outstretched and the right leg outstretched. You really don't have to do anything here other than breathe, allow, notice. If the mind starts to wander and your ribs and your breathing are not enough, come back to affirmations. I nourish myself with movement, relaxation, breath. I nourish my body and my mind. Let the hands find the mat. And come into child's pose. If child's pose is challenging for you, you can have a blanket underneath the feet, a blanket
behind the knees, or both. If this is still a challenging pose for you, you can come into more of a puppy dog type of pose, reaching the hips back. Choose which option you like. The point is not to find perfection, it's to find peace and to breathe well. Settle down, make space. Find a place where your head can relax. That may also be on a blanket. And just notice how the pelvis goes back to the two legs or to the 2 feet. Does that feel even? It doesn't matter if it isn't. And you feel the breath go all the way down into the base of your pelvis. The breath in, stretching apart your sitting bones. And the breath out, bringing that space closer together. Perhaps you feel as you breathe in, there's a widening, not only in the pelvis, but at the back of the skull. If you like the image of fans opening and closing, like a Japanese fan, but as you breathe in, the base of the skull, the back of the skull widens as the pelvic floor widens, opening like a fan. And as you breathe out, the fans close. Another image that you might like to try is that as you breathe in, you sense a balloon blowing up inside your body, opening into the base of the pelvis. And as you breathe out, that balloon gently deflates again. Let the eyes rest, the tongue stays soft in the mouth. An affirmation. There is peace for me here. There is peace for me here. There is peace for me here. Bring your body back up and find your way onto all fours. Let your spine begin to move in different directions. Perhaps your hands move in different directions too, to get a stretch to the wrist and to warm up the fingers. Perhaps fists are better a choice for you. Explore. Perhaps make a few mini crawls in different directions, a little back and a little forward. Find your way to a neutral tabletop position. A few rounds of cat and cow. Exploration. Breathe out as you round your back.
Breathe in as you arch the back. All parts of your spine moving together. Perhaps this is the familiar. Welcome the unfamiliar. Now breathe in as you round the back. And breathe out as you arch the back. Breathing in as you arch, as you round the back. And out as you arch. Then just allow a normal breath. No synchronized breath and movement, just movement. Breath going its own path. Let your arms walk forward and your knees walk back. Find yourself in a knees down plank pose. Feel how each finger contributes to your strength, your power. Maintain your flow of breath. Feel your inherent strength. It's in every part of you. Maintain your strength. Put your breath too as you lower down to the floor. Take your arms beside you. Lift to a locust pose. The chest lifts, the feet lift. Gently lower down. Keep the feet pressed down but lift the upper body. Fingers like tendrils reach back. Slowly lower the upper body but lift the feet. Can you still breathe freely? Lower the feet. Take the arms out in front of you like Superwoman, Superman. Lift up the arms, lift up the feet. Slide the arms out to the sides and all the way back down by the sides of your legs. Lower down. Take 3 resting breaths. Do you feel your heartbeat? Bring your hands by the sides of your lower ribs. Press into your strong arms. Feel all of your body help to lift you back up onto all fours. You're strong. Know you're strong. I feel my strength. I feel my strength. You feel it. Take out your right leg back behind you. Lift it. Do you feel you need a little more strength to be here? You can do it. Perhaps a little more strength and you can lift up your left arm and still be here. And breathe. And feel the power of your arm that's holding you up and your leg that's holding you up. And the power of all of the rest of you that's holding you up and still breathing. Then shake out the foot and the hand. Did that make you want to fall over and not breathe? You can do it. Slide the hand and the leg back down. Make a barrel kind of rolling action with your ribs. And then in the other direction. Do you anticipate a challenge with a positive attitude? Because you know you have to do the other side. Well, not if you don't want to, but you do want to. I'm strong and resilient. I'm strong and resilient. Say that to yourself as you extend your left leg behind you. I'm strong and resilient. Strong and resilient. And then extend the right arm.
I'm strong and resilient. Feel that strength inside your body, through your bones. And if you want a challenge, shake out the foot and the hand. Perhaps you never do that. Well, now you can. You do. Foot comes down, hand comes down. Roll the barrel a little. Or move the spine in spirals and swirls. Sink the hips back to the heels. 3-4 more breaths in child's pose. Peace. Bring yourself back to all fours. Tuck your toes underneath and walk your hands back in towards the knees. Let's come onto the knees and the shins. Hands give a rub to the lower back. And slide the elbows in towards each other. Gentle baby camel pose. And let the heart shine. 2 full breaths here. And let's bring it all the way back and down. Take a seat. Sit on a blanket if you need to. Cross the right leg over the left. And the left leg can be extended or drawn in towards your bum. Take a twist toward the right side of your body. Try not to overlift and over lengthen here, but almost sink into the twist. Maybe you've never heard that before in a yoga class. But when we twist, we actually shorten our body. And the function of our spine encourages us to twist more if we twist down. Not slump, no slump, but to allow a soft spiraling of the spine. Let your breath flow. Come back in towards center and notice how the spine lengthens when you come back up. Let's just notice that again as we twist. As we twist, the spine shortens, not lengthens. That does not mean slump, but allow a natural spiraling of the spine. And as you return back up, notice how the spine lengthens. And as you spiral one more time, see if you can go a little more with your spiral. Breath massage the organs. Let's come back. Should we do the other side? Let's do it. Cross the left leg over the right. If you want to take the right heel towards the bum, you can do so. And with attention to the way that the spine moves, it's rather unnatural for the spine to lengthen in a twist, because when we twist something, it gets shorter, not longer. This is normal and natural in our functioning. So try not to pull and stretch to create torsion. No slump, but let's go. Twisting to the left. Spine naturally spirals. Breath. As we unspiral, notice how the spine becomes longer. Let's try it again. To the left. Spiral down. Breath. On spiral, feel the spine lengthen. And one more time. Spiral your spine to the left. See how much scope you have for the twist by not lengthening. Like a petal furled in on itself. And as you come back, unfurl. Find a comfortable seat for the last part of your practice today. Legs can be crossed. You could be sitting on a blanket, or legs could be straight out. Whatever feels right, whatever feels good. Begin to circle the spine. Feel how you rock from one sit bone to the next. And then in the other direction. And then find that point of perfect balance with your weight equal on each sitting bone. Let the shoulders be soft. And perhaps you'd just like to feel them and soften them a little more. Take a breath in and let them come up to your ears. And then let them fall all the way down. Locate your shoulder blades on your ribs. Slide them up the ribs toward the ears. And sigh and slide down, down, down. Let them settle in just the right place. And we'll spend a moment breathing, being, feeling. With each inhalation, the lungs expand. Exhalation, they contract again. Elasticity of the lungs. Allowing the breath to move easily in and out. And the diaphragm, your breathing muscle, moving down as you breathe in, massaging your organs. The diaphragm like a soft cloth gently floating on your abdominal organs. I breathe well. I live well. I breathe well. I live well. I breathe well. I live well. 30 seconds to just notice your body, your mind, your breath. Place your left and your right hand together. Feel that energetic bond. place the hands toward the heart, honouring your practice with a seal of loving kindness. May I be happy, may I be healthy, may I be safe from harm. May all beings be happy, be healthy, be safe from harm. Namaste.